So basically, life here, it's despite the fact that the area is blessed with diverse mineral resources, a good majority of the populace here are still local farmers. Survive through farming. Farming depend on farming for food crops and cash crops at a very low quantity. The major crop that's planted here, major food crop planted here is cassava. Aside from cassava, I think the next one should be plantains and then banana. Yeah, those ones. And right now I'm at the farm taking a little rest. We cultivated cassava in this particular farm. Maturity period for cassava ranges between 6 months to a year, and depending on the species of cassava. And after tilling your farm, next thing you do is that's after you must have cleared the farm. Then you till, you make the beds where the cassava stems are planted. Then after the cassava stems are planted, the next thing you'll have to do is to weed the beds after a few weeks, months, depending on the weather conditions and how fertile the land is. This particular bush per se, there's this belief that grasses grow faster here. That's what I was meant to understand, that grasses, weeds, they grow faster here. And from what I was told, like, I wasn't part of those that came to till on this farm. So what mom said was this farm was cultivated around October, late into October, but as at November the farm was already due for weeding. And then with other farming activities here and there, we couldn't find time to come and weed the farm. So this is the second day we come in here. I came with my younger brother the other day, and we were able to do almost half of the farm that first day. And today we hope to complete the farm. There's 3 of us here today, so we hope to complete it. After doing a little work today, I decided to take a rest. Then while resting, I also thought it wise to make a short video clip. The weeding is basically, for me, it's the most stressful part of farming. I don't really like it. Aside from, it's not hard though, but it messes up my fingernails. And then since you have to be squatting, bending down to weed most times, it leaves my back and my waist aching for some days. Sometimes, especially when I hadn't joined them at the farm for a long while, it happens to me. So today hopefully we'll finish the whole work, and then when we are done, it will be resting until maybe mom comes back, and then we'll find some wells to go and then cultivate. And I want to also make use of this opportunity to like reiterate the fact that there is a very big potential in farming, particularly cassava around here. It used to be plantains, but then there's a set of guys, or it's lazy guys, that have really mastered the art of stealing farm products. The plantain, like, you go to your farm to harvest your plantain, and when you get there, like, these guys have made away with a good chunk of your harvest already. So the cassava is kind of secured. Like, it takes a whole lot of time for someone to come to your cassava farm and then maybe harvest so much, harvest enough quantity for them to sell for something meaningful. So it's kind of secured without someone actually seeing them doing it. So it's kind of more secured, called farming cassava these days. And then the price of gari, like, basically the major use of cassava around here is for its use is processed to make gari a very, very, very popular food item in Nigerian homes. I don't know about northern Nigeria if they eat garri that much, but as far as southern Nigeria is concerned and then eastern Nigeria is concerned, garri is an essential food item in the house. Seriously, it goes with you can make eba with it. Eba used to eat all sorts of soup, and then you can also okay, there's this my friend that refers to it as a cassava flakes, like when you soak the garri in water with sugar. uh you can use salt if you want, but those that go with sugar, sometimes they add milk and stuff. Then there's also the local delicacy called tapioca. Yeah, tapioca. Like you, in that case, you boil the cassava. Then after boiling it, you cut it into smaller pieces, and then you leave it in water. You soak it in water for a couple of hours, mostly overnight, and then the following day it's ready for eating. And then you can use a dried fish to eat it, or you can make a pepper soup for it, and it's nice too. It's nice. So basically, cassava it's a major source of carbohydrates for people within the creeks here. So most of the farms where the cassava is planted, there's usually closer to the river banks, and those ones, if you're planting these days, you have to look for cassava species that would be ready for harvest within 6 7 months, if not even 5 months, because when the rainy season approaches around April, May, June, July, particularly from June, July, August, September, when the water levels from the creek rises, it tends to cover the farmlands around the riverbank. So there's need for those farmlands to there's need for the farmers to harvest the cassava from those lands, else they will just rot it. And then there's something else that we use the cassava for, fufu. Yeah, fufu, we use that one. It's also used for to swallow all kinds of soup, to eat all kinds of soup. So cassava is I would say it's an essential food crop here, in Nigeria, and it's what we farm basically. The we had other very popular food crops too, like the cocoyam, but in recent years, for the past decade, like the cocoyam has gone, like it's going on extinction, though in recent time, over the past 4 years thereabouts, people are beginning to find a way, the perfect time to plant them and then be able to harvest them in time before it gets bad. Like it's most people suspect that it's going into extinction because of activities of the oil exploring companies around here, the crude oil exploring companies around here. Like it could be a result of their activities. That's why the very popular cocoyam that we called amase is going on extinction. That used to also be a very popular and a very popular food crop around here, vital source of carbohydrates too. So these are basically the major crops that are planted here. In some farms you might find maybe very few of them, very few farms you might find yam proper. Then what else? These are basically what we plant here: cassava, plantain, banana, cocoyam. Then those are the major ones. Then sometimes maize. Maize. Yes, that's it. And then recently, people have been cultivating rice due to rice scarcity, and then how expensive getting rice has been in recent time. So Yeah, this year there are a good number of rice farms. This part of the country is basically swampy most times, although Mel 2 is not all that swampy per se. So there are not many rice farms here. And then if you look closely in the video set, you'll see some palm trees behind. Yeah, most of the men here farming basically is mostly done by the women. Then younger younger ones, like the kids in the house, go out to help. The men mainly who also work in the bush, in the farms in the bush, they basically come on to, they do more fishing, and then they are more into palm oil production. And most of our forests and bushes are blessed with natural palm trees, so they just get the palm fruits from there and then use the local mills to mill palm oil products. Life in the creeks basically, and this is how we grew up. It's kind of hard to find any homes around, despite the presence of the vast natural oil and gas supplies around here that has been carted away with little or nothing for people to see as dividends per se, or some positive externalities from the oil producing companies around here. People are majorly 90% of the population are farmers. Even those that are gainfully employed in the civil service, you can't depend on your salary for um, for basic family needs and upkeep, with the minimum wage that has been recently increased to 30,000 naira. 30,000 naira. 30,000 naira. That's the minimum wage. In dollar terms, that should be around the $70 thereabout. That's the new minimum wage. Like, someone has to cater all through the month working, and then at the end of the day, so like, basically, what could one do with that? And even with regards to that, at the level of the local government, where our primary school teachers, primary health workers are working and stuff, all what's not, it's yet to be implemented. They are still being paid based on the old 18,000 naira minimum wage. How much is 18,000 naira today again? With the naira now trading at around 490, with the dollar, with the naira now around 492 dollar in the black market. Like, what can that afford? Like, you can't even get a bag of rice with your minimum wage salary. So it's kind of hectic. You have to like delve into farming to make sure you'll be able to meet up with the food needs in the family. So we'll see you next time. Do subscribe to our channel, bring you more videos, quick lifestyle. Then sometimes I'll delve into cryptocurrencies, because basically there are not loads of people around here that are into cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, blockchain technology and stuff. So I'll also use the channel as a means of at least educating a few people around here about cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and Ethereum and the rest of them. Whatever knowledge that I can share with people, basically get that across via this YouTube channel. So keep your fingers crossed. Subscribe to the channel, Quick Lifestyle TV. I also run a blog, though I've been very lazy with it, and then I just hope to get better with it, like show more consistency with this stuff, and then see what happens from there. Until we'll see again, subscribe to our channel, Quick TV, Samuel Walamam Ibu. See ya.